Hi everybody, Eve Everett, and this week we're going to check out what's sold on eBay, retro kitchen and tableware. And here we have a Fire King set of Jane Ray berry or dessert bowls. And Fire King is very popular on eBay. Some of it goes for a little bit of money, and some of it goes for a lot. The Jane Ray pattern is kind of like it's like a lacy floral pattern. You can't really see it here obviously, but if you look it up and take a quick eyeball at it and keep it in your head when you're out and about, sometimes you can find these. I sold the 6 of these. It took me about 8 weeks to sell these, and I sold these for $89.99. Here is another set of bowls. This is a lot. These are all McKee, and actually you have to kind of be careful. Not everything that is green is Fire King. These are, the 2 in the front are McKee Delphite. I think you might be able to see a little bit. There's like a floral pattern near the rim. And I sold the 3 of these as a lot for $36.99 plus shipping. McKee is not as popular as Fire King, but I think as Fire King becomes more scarce in the green patterns, McKee will step it up a little bit. But for now, this is a great, cheap way to keep your retro kitchen looking like Fire King, but not Fire King. No vintage kitchen would be complete without some sort of themed novelty tablecloth. This one has a very fresh and vibrant lime and berry red design. It's kitschy looking. Pretty much all you could ask for. Now, there's a lot of different novelty prints out there that one can buy, and there's one for everybody. And a lot of people collect these, so if you happen to see them stacked up on a bench at a yard sale or something like that, pick them up, because yeah, they're a little bit of a hassle to do sometimes, but what I did with this one is I didn't even iron it. I just laid it out and pictured it, and I still got 35 bucks for one. So it really doesn't take as much effort as some put into it. I know that there are quite a few people who specialize in vintage tablecloths and kitchenware, and they do spend a lot of time ironing, and I mean, it's crazy. You don't have to get that way. Just throw it down, take a picture, and move on. Other items to keep an eye out, especially in the thrift shops, is retro diner ware. And often diner ware from the mid-century it's thicker, and some of them will have some very interesting designs that are local. And also there are plenty of others out there with designs that are obviously diner ware. And again, they are pretty hardy. I mean, you can punish them and they will just keep working. Of course, there are plenty that aren't worth anything. This bowl is a Pittsburgh lunch bowl. Probably belonged to a diner with the same name. And as you can see, it's got like a little ding on the rim. But also from that picture, you can see how thick dinerware from that era was. This particular bowl, I got it last fall. I posted it. It sat for a little while, and in the middle of November, I sold it for $79.99. This is a very pretty diamond cut pink depression ware serving tray. It's very large. You could probably stick a turkey on this if you really wanted to, but it was absolutely beautiful and in very good condition, except it had one chip on an edge. And even with that, it took me I had this for a little while. I had this for over 6 months. But I did eventually sell this for $45 shipped to Georgia. Oh, look, it's 2 Donald Trump supporters. Actually, this is going to lead to a solid piece of advice. We are entering an election cycle. It's probably going to be very contentious, and if you value your business and you want to continue making money throughout the election cycle, probably the 2 things you do not ever want to do with your customers is talk about politics and talk about religion, because it can piss people off. And As you have probably seen from other people, all it takes are several trolls to murder your eBay account or your Amazon account, and you're going to be spending at least a couple weeks trying to fix that with the powers that be over at eBay or Amazon. So, highly recommend that you don't do things like this. And again, don't talk about politics or religion. Just run your business, okay? Thanks. Moving right along, a lot of people collect juicers. And this is a juicer from Japan. And you can usually tell that they're from Japan because they are kind of crazy looking. This is a duck. Ducks are generally considered good luck. And this is a juicer, and the juice would go right into the cup. And I sold, this is probably post-World War II, going into the mid-50s. And I sold this for, well, it sat for a while, and I got multiple offers on it. It sat for over a year, and I finally decided to let go of it for $49.99. Here is another juicer, and I had this one and 3 more. They were all in different colors, and they caused quite a stir because it is this is not Depression. However, it is very old glass, and it led to quite a few discussions over where this was from, how old it was, so forth and so on. And as you can see, the juicer part of this is kind of bent sideways, but you know, no chips. It's got 2 pour lips there, as you can see. And like I said, I had a pink one, a green one, a blue one, a red one, and I think I had one more. And I ultimately went into my my grandmother's glassware books that she's had for many, many years that I inherited. And I finally found a picture of this, and after spending like 45 minutes trying to research this, basically the picture was like, you know, it couldn't determine the maker. So I'm like, great, I wasted my time. But I couldn't find it on live auctioneers or any of the other usual places I go either. But in any event, didn't matter. I sold each of these for $49.99 a piece. This is a vintage Fiesta Ware kitchen craft serving fork. It has a very pretty floral design on it. There's a hole where you can hang this. And I sold this for $36.99 shipped to Louisiana. These are Sydney Farber mahogany bowls, and I picked these up at a Weigh and Go for, I think I ended up, because of the weight, I think it ended up being like $3, and I sold these for $60 to a very nice person in Indiana who was going to use them in a display. Oh, and they did sit for a little while though. But there's a lot of, I mean, these bowls are in pretty good shape. You can see that one of them still even has a label on it. If you're willing to hold on to things for a little while that are wood, you can do fairly well, but it will take some time. I think these took about 1.5 years to move. These are 1930s Stevens linen striped towels. They have a very rustic look to them. They have a very nice weft, which is essentially like the texture of the fabric. And I think that these were probably made sometime in the 20s and 30s. And I posted these, and they were gone literally within a week for $79.99. All right, and that is it for vintage kitchen and tablewares. Have a great week and happy hunting.